everyone. Welcome to the Fortheboys podcast.
What
What's
up?
up? What's up, everyone? So, welcome to the Fortheboys podcast. This podcast is created to spread awareness around men's mental health. So we started off with men's mental health, and then later on, we kind of got everyone on board. So we created it also as a safe place for everyone to jump on and share their journeys and all the struggles that come with it. Because I know from when we first started, we've heard many stories, and shout out to everyone that's come through on the chat, and also our previous guests. So shout out to Husky and Stone. I'm Teza.
Mafioso. Welcome everybody. As Terry said, just a quick disclaimer that gotta do this thing every week, but we gotta do it because truth is we're not professionals. We're not, we've got no degrees or anything like that. We're just going off our life experiences and man, what an upbringing, eh? Hey Teza.
Yeah.
Being island kids. We learn a shitload.
Growing up. Yeah.
So that's what we share. This podcast is for anyone and everyone, not just the boys. Tune in, have a chat. Share some stories if you got any, and tune in and then jump on that chat and flick us some questions or anything you want to ask.
Yeah, 100%. So come through on the chat. Shout out to Lexo, he's already first on the table. Lexo Gaming, shout out to those. So again, come through on the chat. If you got any questions for us, could be anything. We'll try and help answer them. Again, we're not professionals. We'll try our best. But life experiences are because you've gone through it. It's kind of good to share those stories for everyone else, because we've all been through something different. Everyone's unique, but it's kind of similar in some sort of way, but it's unique to you because you've gone through it. But yeah, tonight's before I start, you're probably wondering why there's only two of us tonight. We're missing the Barry White
voice on this podcast.
Missing Barry White. Again, he's keeping Auckland transport, the trains moving. Apparently, he'll be in the background throwing out some questions or throwing us under the bus, maybe. Moose, how's your week been?
Been pretty full on with work. I think just with work really. I've got this real hectic work life going on, where me and the missus are both shift work at the moment, so it's pretty full on. You're here, and then she's not here, and then she's here, and you're not here. So it is what it is. Just gotta push through it. We're all grown, we're all adults here.
I guess the hard thing about it is the hours that you work, because sometimes it's totally opposite hours. She'll be coming home, or vice versa. You'll be coming home and she'll be going to work, and you only get
at the same time
have a high five.
As hard as it sounds, at the same time, there's a lot of mental health being cured there. So you get that me time. So it's all good. It's healthy. It's healthy.
Yeah. If it works, it works. It works.
Yeah. And if it doesn't, you make it work, because you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially at our age, where you can't cry about it. You just gotta fix it.
And because there's bills to be paid and shit.
We're adults now, and we've got kids, and how are we gonna feed them?
Exactly.
But been for myself, because you asked.
No, I didn't ask because I seen you today.
It's been a pretty tough couple of weeks, eh? Um, uh, my uncle had a stroke a couple of nights ago. So yeah, he went into hospital, and I guess dealing with that. Well, I didn't physically have to deal with it. It's just the emotional side of it, eh?
The
Um,
thought of it, and yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that side of going up to the hospital and seeing and being helpless, eh? Helpless and not, not can't help him. He's
Yeah, yeah,
sitting there, and it's all up to him, and the doctors. All the doctors can do is probably just do their job and make him comfortable and
mm,
put all these bloody stuff on his body to. Yeah,
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
tough one, and not only that, a couple of weeks ago, um, I had someone close to me go through a seizure at home. So
Damn.
flip, it's yeah. So it was all happening, man. Not here, but it was at the family home. So uh, that was out of the blue. That one was, bro. This person has never gone through anything like that. Not known to be sick. Um, Considered healthy, and
Oh, bro, put it this way:
well,
how many of us are like eat rubbish and carry on, and then kind of like never get sick? And the healthy
yeah,
ones, they're the ones that just
yeah,
I don't know, they just get dealt with the hard yards every now and then. It's weird
yeah.
how it works out, but yeah, I know what you mean.
That's
You
it.
never
That's
expected,
it.
eh?
That's how we felt. We never expected
Mm,
it, and then got a call. Um, this person went up to hospital. They had to do some checks, and to be told that um, had to keep an eye on, 24-hour watch for for the next month, and also the doctor said it could happen within the next month again.
mm.
So it's crazy because again you feel helpless. Eh?
Yeah, yeah,
When all
yeah,
you could, when I got the phone call, it was maybe 11 p.m. And then she already rushed off. The ambulance picked her up, taken her to hospital, and then they said there's nothing they can do unless the sad thing is they wanted the seizure to happen again, so they can, as in like they know what to do, whether it's like something
oh yeah.
chemical, because she has
History of
no
it.
health issue, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
health
yeah, yeah.
issues, and also for, um, doctors. Are you who are you signed up with? Us, like a local doctor, a private doctor? Who are you signed up to, or who do
Like
you normally use?
who my GP is. I'll go to one in
Yeah,
Mantown.
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
Inkia fella.
Good.
Um, mm, I'll be honest. He's my man in the
Yeah.
sense that he gives me what I want. Probably
Mm.
not what I need. Like, well, gives me what I want. If I need a sick certificate, he's the man. But when I'm legit sick, I just want to punch him in the face, because that
Yeah.
I'm about to die at home. But when I get there, it's just a 5-minute visit. That's what it feels like anyway. Quick check over, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, here's your prescription." Blah 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 blah. Blah, do that.
Mm.
He's like, "No, he could be doing more." So, but yeah,
Yeah. Because yeah, again, like the family had an experience where we've been going to these doctors for years, like ever since we were young, and it's always been the same. You come home with um, paracetamol, or you know,
yeah. So it's like,
if you break your leg, yeah, you take home the
have
paracetamol,
some yeah,
eh? If something's wrong with you mentally, no, you're right. You just need these medication, and that touches
yeah.
on how um, Hosanna last week. She was saying, doctors give you the medication, and especially
Mm.
ourselves, they give you medication when there's sometimes you need to actually look at the deeper issues where
Mm.
what she touches on, and
There could be other remedies
know,
for it, eh?
yeah, definitely.
Mm.
There is, and she says it because
Yeah.
you have people outside of South Auckland. They've been recommended to go see her, but yet when you have people in South Auckland, they give more this rubbish
Yeah.
medication, and maybe it does help. For me, I don't believe in it. I don't really, um, I don't really try and take it because I just don't want to get used to it. Eh? Don't want to get used to all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
drugs that you put in
Yeah.
your body.
It's
At the
hard,
end
eh?
of the
Like
day,
I,
yeah,
I feel like when it comes to like doctors and islanders and health, I know probably for a fact that we abuse our health like fuck, like there's no
mm,
tomorrow. To the point where it's pretty much too late. And then by the time you get to the doctors, you know, the natural help that they could have given you, it's just you're too far
true.
deep into it.
Too far gone.
But
So
they
this is
need to give you that.
only what, yeah.
They need those tablets. It's like you need the tablets to bring it down immediately, like type of thing. So I feel like it's on us too, because I mean, take it back to the first question you asked me. How's my week? I forgot to mention that I started a new book. Me and Swanky have been doing this thing where we like recommend books, you know. And the book I picked up this week was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And there was
Ooh, bro, you know what's funny is that popped up
It's a
in my
neat book, Ross.
newsfeed too.
Yo, I read like the first chapter, bruh. I was hooked, bro. It was like it kind of like it's all on you basically, yeah, like the whole thing. And I'm liking it to this, like the whole medical thing and us, like how, you know, you're there looking at your family members being helpless and he's lying there or she's lying there with the thought, and I know in their mind they're like, I should have taken better care of myself. I shouldn't have let myself get this far. Like, you know, strokes and stuff come from things like high blood pressure and shit, eh? But who controls that?
100%.
It's your body, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's you, bro. Like I got it. I got high blood pressure,
Yeah.
and if I don't control it, that's going to be me next. So it's all on me to take that into my control and deal with it accordingly, yeah. Because I have been abusing my body in a way that it's fucking far too late now. So it's kind of like it is self-inflicted that you don't want to say it is, but it is. In saying that, come on, this is what these little chats are all about. Is getting out of the norm, which is abusing your body, not looking after yourself. Tomorrow I'll do it, but never do it, type of thing. So I feel like
That's me, man.
It's
me all the time.
Watch your family members like hurt and go through stuff like that, but at the same time, they didn't need to put you in that situation where you're looking at them helplessly, like, and then you're going through the notions of being, you know, sad and depressed, or so it's kind of like a hard one, because it's kind of their fault as well, without saying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's true.
I picked up that book this week, bro. It was a mean book. It's a mean book. I haven't finished it yet, but there's some truths in there, bro. Some like straight up truths, and I'm gonna like, my mum's a hardcore like Christian, and I'm gonna tell her to go through it, even though it's got a whole lot of swearing in it. It all just makes like perfect sense, eh? Like it's just straightforward, no bullshit around about it and all that. It's just, and I know those who've read it have recommended it to be a really good book. So Subtle Art of
what's the name of the book again?
Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Fake.
A fuck.
Nice. Well, we'll check that up since we now have a book club, so we'll be checking up. And if you guys can recommend a book as well, I think one of the Usos, Ryan, has recommended this book.
See that guy Ryan? See his picture? He doesn't look like that anymore. He's a fraud. Don't be a fraud, Ryan.
Yeah. So, nice records. Getting into the book.
Oh man, we didn't even read. Islanders like There's only a handful of us that do it and
I,
enjoy
I,
it.
I actually know on quite a few islanders that read. So
Yep.
I don't want to say on their police. I don't want to say there's quite a few of us, but I know there's quite a few that I know read it. I don't.
Yeah. It's like
I
audio
don't. It's just me.
audio books.
It's the reading. It's you just press play and you listen to the book.
Yo. That's
So
how I
anyway,
do it nowadays, because it's like, move on with the technology, it works, it's still the same thing.
Bro, if that's the way it's gonna be, it's the way it is because it works. Like we said, but I've read one of my favorite books. I think I sent it to you was Mark Hunt's biography. Also, I don't know if you know All Blacks or All Black player Eric Rush from our South.
Yeah.
He's from South Auckland. His biography I've read ages ago, back in school, man. And his book is because he's a funny chap, so that's in the book too. He's a cracker. But Mark Hunt's book is because for me it's all about pictures. Eh?
Yeah.
It's all about the pictures, eh? But
I've got to it's there. Look, it's next on the list. It's next on the list.
Is it an audio book?
Nah, it's a one you got to read.
Oh, you have to read it.
That was on your recommendation earlier this week, so I'll get there.
Nice. Well, since you said that the subtle arts of not giving a F, I have to go and download that and have a read.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of like truth say, and it's just like the way he says it and how he explains it. Like seriously, it's a mental thing, eh? Like it's all based on the person itself. Yeah. Whether you actually give a fuck, because we in general we give a fuck about things, but then it's up to you which of those things that you give a fuck about, and then which of those things that you let into your mind, and it's just that's
funny because actually listening to a podcast too, and it talks about how to be positive. And to start your day off positive, and I try to do that, especially with these morning shifts, because you wake up, you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this, I don't want to get up. So your mind believes it, and you become it, and you wake up, then you say, but it just says when you throw things out to the universe, or how to be positive, and I think it's to do with what do you call that sort of stuff? Not yoga. Fuck, I'll find that. But just about being positive in everything you do, and your whole outlook on life will change. If you're positive, if you're negative, you'll be negative for the rest of your until you change it. We got people in the chat.
Well, I kind of like because I like watching docos. I really enjoy watching docos also, and I think I can't remember which doco it was exactly, but there was one thing on completing tasks and stuff, and like setting yourself up for a really good day, bro. And this was like basic as and something I took away. I don't know, it might have been a 2-hour doco, but this is all I took away from it, and I'm glad I did, bro, because it was probably the most minor thing to take away, and I don't know why it stuck with me, but it did, and it was make your bed. Like when you wake up, don't just go and make your bed, because the idea behind it was if you make your bed, you've actually accomplished one thing, like to start your day off, and which
when you haven't even started your day,
hopefully it'll just kind of like roll on, and help you throughout the rest of the day. But I don't know why, bro, but it stuck with me, and I thought back, I was like, fuck. Like all these days, not even days, all these years of like just getting up and fucking off, getting up, brushing your teeth, and just look at the bed, carry on, get changed, or just, and now it's like, oh, get up, make the bed, oh yeah, all good, out the door, in the back of the mind, oh, bed's made, cool, type of thing. Yeah, it's a positive like roll on type of thing to do. And I don't know why, but it stuck with me, bro. And from that day until now, I still do it. I do it, Like it's just one of those things to do. It's I don't know. It's just a good feeling in the morning or whenever you do wake up, you get out of that bed. Just make it. Just pull the sheets up. Make it. Go.
Yeah.
And
how do you make it? You just put the sheet up. You throw the blanket and then.
At the end of the day,
Bro, it's heaven, eh?
Getting into bed is like, fuck, it's not even like, you know?
All the sheets are everywhere and the blankets are like half done.
And your underwear's at the bottom, mate, Terry.
And 2 weeks underwear is still there. Oh, yeah.
Swanky's head. Oh, no. There's our mate that's not here tonight because he's at work. He reckons he doesn't make his bed, but he brushes his hair. And if you see his hair, it's the same as me. Heaps of hair. And Terry.
Shout out
to Swanky. Shout out to Swanky holding it down at work. That's been me for the last couple of weeks too.
Yeah, man. So again, guys, we do get that at times where we're on shift work. Might not catch me, you might not catch Muffy, or you might not catch Swanky. We try and run it, you know. We're not getting paid yet. Nah.
Sorry?
Well, yeah, so we run off whenever we can, but our boss is always in the background checking up on us. So we have to put in the. We never fold.
Shout out to the boss, Big Papa Lance.
Swanky says he should have called him sick. Nah, Us. You got to do what you got to do, man. We hold the fort.
Never fold us all.
Shout out to Marty. So Marty, and then you have G Brooke, DJ. What's up? Thanks for coming through, lads. Always a pleasure to have you guys in the chat, being all toxic. But yeah. So back to how our week was, man. It's because we normally, for us, you know, the boys, we catch up at work. So we you know, we go through, we talk about personal stuff when we're together, and then when we come on the podcast, that all goes out the window because we've already spoken about it. So it's hard to get some, you know, real good stuff because we've already spoken about it. You know, we only touched like, you know, took about 5% of it. Half the time we're shit. We should have spoken about this. We should have spoken about this. But oh yeah, and again, happy belated mothers, or you know, hope your mothers had a great day Sunday. Hope everyone's mothers, or if they don't have a mother, father, those that are, you know, parent that's after you. What did you get up to for that, Os?
Mother's Day. Man, like I worked those. I worked, so it's another day for me.
Yeah.
My birthday, I work. Doesn't matter. I just work.
That's it. You got to put in the mahi.
You just got to ring mum and make sure you tell her you love her and ask her how her day is. And
send the coupe.
No send the coupe. No Monday. Nah. Yeah. Just, you know, just check in and just. Oh no.
Yeah.
Just fold the underwear. Oh. Malo Marty. But yeah, no, Mother's Day, spent at Workhouse. Yeah, I just rang the old lady out later on and had a little chat with her. This, you know, to be honest, my mum, I don't know about everyone else's mum. Yeah, money's cool, but just having a chat, having a chat with mum and just unloading or taking on her load, you know, hearing all the dramas and the family's dramas and whatever's going on in the family.
The catch up is real, eh?
That catch up is real, bro. And it goes either way, eh? Like it's either you going that way or she's like firing back, but it's cool. It's cool to and it's probably why I don't really ring her as often as I used to ring her, because kind of like run out of things. Not run out of things to talk about, but it's not as exciting as
Because
letting it build. You let it build,
until it all come out, and then boom, you hear the juicy
drops
stuff.
on you.
Same. So, called mum. Spent the day with the in-laws. But like nowadays, it's about the kids now, eh? Like but having my birthday, I was like, oh, let's take the kids to the park. Because man, you're getting old. Nobody wants to count. Nobody wants to say, oh, happy 200th birthday.
What's this? Sing happy birthday to you and blow your ass cake out. Shit.
100%, man. But and then good old with mum. But that's throughout the week or last couple of weeks, just having that emotional roller coaster, with the family going to hospital and man, it's crazy, eh? And like I said, I mean, we don't often share our journey, but I guess I'm gonna keep trying. If I'm going through something, I'll let it out with everyone on the chat and with everyone joining in or continuing to join in with us, because let's just make that personal.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like, I think I've mentioned it probably to my siblings, and it was like something like like we're at that age now where it's our turn for our loved ones, like our parents, to get like to that age where they're going to get sick and start moving along, and it's going to be hard, like, and I've already thought about shit, man, like all this shit that's going to happen, like, fuck, how am I going to deal, like, so I'm not preparing myself, but fuck, it's like, why am I thinking of like that, that kind of level already, when it's like, but I guess it's just a feeling of getting to that age.
Bro, that's
seeing it around you happen more often than normal, and you're just like, oh. And then saying that, I'm younger than Terry. So he's the oldest.
And then when you see us in real life, I still look old. But bro, funny you said that, because when we caught up with the parents, I think last week, last weekend, we don't. Well, we do have meetings, and it's just for everyone to come around and for the old man to tell us off, even though we're like 200, 100 year old.
Oh yeah.
And the old man say, "What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing with your life?" It used to be all about me before, and now I had to go on and do something good about my life.
When do you go off? Yes, two grandchildren. How many more do you want?
Yeah, so the old man was just talking about when he moves on, as in like because it's the next life.
See, that talk, like that kind of
bro,
talk, it's like like sitting there, like,
but and it had to be done, because they're still young in our eyes, but he was just saying to everyone, if he does go, bury him the next day. I was like, huh?
No drama, yeah.
Yeah, no drama. That's what he said, bro. Because he's never been about that. He's never been about people coming to visit. He goes, if they were to visit, they should visit me now.
Visit me now, yeah.
Visit me now, not when I come and go, oh, he was a good man. And then you're looking at it, who the hell is this dude?
And he's lying in his cousin game.
But yeah, straight up, Swanky, yeah, that talk needs to be had. Definitely, 100%. At some stage, you would need to go through it. And for myself, these 10 of us in our family, and we had to messenger call or video call via, because a couple of my brothers live down in south, and then Brother-in-law's over in Australia doing work, so yeah, it's we're never all in one place. And like for you, Muffy, your brother's down the line and just not always together, but at some stage, we all need to talk about. Or well, the parents they want to talk about it, so everyone's on the same page.
The same page, eh?
Yeah, because he told
And
mum.
and to think like when they say stuff like that, and then you're not thinking of your own family, but man, how many stories out there of like siblings scrapping, or like when the parents pass, and they're scrapping over the dumb shittles. They're scrapping over who gets the money for the house, who gets the underwear with the holes in it. Dumb shit like fuck. It's like that shit's in a will, bro. Like don't argue with that shit. Like it's all your parents will suss that shit out for you. You don't pick who has the right to take the whatever it is, the lawnmower or whatever it is you argued over.
So Swanky's come through and said nothing like that in the Samoa. Sorry.
And then you wonder why. They're arguing and they bicker and they fight and their families are broken up and they never see each other for so many years and And then you wonder why and they're like, why am I giving money for this person's funeral? I've never met them before, but they're your uncle or your cousin. And so it's like, it's toxic, but it's sad because
that's a topic on its own, eh? Talking about that, it's topic on its own.
It's culture. Said we just respectfully just do what it is asked, and that's it. Like,
so my old man and my eldest brother, they've already had a talk about it. What's going to happen with the old man. But we didn't know. We didn't know he had a talk with him already. He stood up and said, he didn't stand up. He goes, Michael knows what to do, and that's it. And then we all looked like, what the hell's going on? Because we didn't expect that conversation to come up. And he goes, this is what's going to happen if I do go. When I do go, bury me the next day, so nobody gets to eat that. That's what I'm saying. So nobody gets to eat. You didn't come feed me while I was alive.
Yeah, bastards. They're funny, funny, bro. They're like, they say all that, they're all tough in there, but they want, they know they're like,
they want the love.
They're proud of us. They want us to like send them to the moon, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's a send.
On bang, bro.
Send it. They want it. They want the whole shebang, without saying, like,
yeah. And that's probably what we would do anyway. And that's probably what we're going to argue about. Let's do this. No, that's it. This, but you at these sort of things, you should be celebrating the life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, do you respect the wishes of that person going? Like, you see that, it hurts both ways, eh? When you want to, like, hold on to the lost one forever, but at some physical stage, they have to go. But Swanky, I already know I got the battle ahead when mine is gone. Not with siblings, but older family members. Sheesh. Yeah, man. But when do you have that, or have you heard of other family trying to get involved and make decisions when
I've heard of some stories like that, of other families, but not. My family's pretty. Me and my siblings are pretty tight. We weren't arguing, bickering, carrying like idiots like that. I hope we don't. Because fuck, it's meant to be focused on the parents, like the person that's passed away, not. But I do know, me and my siblings we will send it off. So we will do the whole, minus the Samoa shit. We will do the whole send it thing, and I'm not gonna just throw my old lady and my old man in a shitty box and then throw them in the ground, bro. It's not how we do shit, eh? It's gonna be nice. Heaps of respect.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's how I guess everyone would love to send their parents out,
Mm.
on a high, with everything and
Yeah,
everything they, whatever they, even though they, whatever they gave us, we'll give them tenfold.
yeah. Easy.
So, yeah,
No questions asked. Us.
straight up. But yeah, man. When we had well, this is going back a while back, and I had a family member pass away, and the family were trying to come through, like family, because we were distant, and they wanted us to come into these. Oh, shout out to the boss,
Wait.
come through, bring on. Hey,
Hey,
boss.
here it is.
Yo, sorry, it's Beanie Day today, is it?
Let's get out. That's any day every week.
Yo, boss, my heels.
My little boys. My little boys.
Suppose.
Man,
Angels.
got a crazy. Yeah, good, man. Good. Oh, good now. We just came back from Sylvie Park, and a kid went missing. A 2-year-old went missing. We're at the mall for an hour, man. Far out. That's just stressful.
Not yours, eh? Not your kids, eh? So
Nah, not my kids. It's a random kid. Yeah, crazy, man.
Imagine the beating that kid gets when he gets found from his parents.
He's two years old, and his
Shit.
the whole group of people were there, and so the whole mall was looking for this kid. And then once they found him, the whole mall started clapping as well. So it's a good result though. But can you imagine how long
nice.
that hour was though?
Damn.
Yeah, what have you guys been up to?
No, nothing much else. We're just talking about previously how we're going to. Oh, we had a family meeting last weekend about an old man brought up if he does pass over, when he does pass over, to bury him the next day. So we're just having to talk about how we want to keep him up for as long as we can, but with his dying wishes, he was to be put in the ground. But now we're just talking about experiences with family and how they, not our family, but people out there, they go through, they're bickering and all that while, a lot of drama after a body is gone, and who's getting this and who's getting that. It's crazy. But like Muffy was saying, like we both, and we all got close families, and pray that it'll never happen to any of us that we go through the drama that happens after, fighting over stuff.
Yeah, they can be pretty messy sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah. So many stories of like family members. I was just saying to Terry that they fight, argue, and families are broken up, and fucking, this uncle doesn't like that uncle, and the auntie is fucking teaming up with the other uncle against the other uncle, and
And the auntie and uncle that's not related, trying to get some money.
trying to get some money. Yeah.
Everybody starts coming out of the woodwork. Just,
Oh, bro.
Where's my cut?
Coming like this.
Money.
Money.
Just bore their face. Son.
But got a little clip. Like speaking of how that
Children.
the little kid, the 2-year-old. Do you know where they found him or her? The 2-year-old?
No. We were on the other side of the mall when we heard the notice come over the mic that they found him safe. So that was good. Yeah, there were heaps of cops. There were security people all around the mall, and I think they even called the fire service just in case they found him somewhere.
Fuck, man, that's crazy, eh?
But that's a good response, Us. That's honestly a good response, eh? Like for a 2-year-old kid, like usually it's like, oh, just keep looking, and we'll call out on the PA.
Yeah.
Call in the everyone to look for it.
Yeah, and the whole
Call in the
mall
Prime
was actually
Minister
looking for this kid. Yeah, the whole mall was looking for this kid. So man, it's one of those things where today was a positive result where they were able to find him safe and well. So just thankful, I suppose. It's not going to happen again, I don't,
So message from Swanky, because So they're driving. There were two young kids walking the tracks north of Glen Innes.
Come on, parents, keep your kids at home, man. It's dark, cold.
It's
Stop letting
cold,
these
man.
kids get outside.
Today was freezing.
Right, man. Shit.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
And kids, there be gokes. Stay home. It's cold.
Hard.
I can get up to mischief.
Just imagine it.
Yeah.
There's been quite a few people walking the tracks lately, like when I've been at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
They use it as a shortcut. But speaking of that, we had one of the guys at work. He's going through a cool battle with, I think, with the company. So he's shared his journal with the public, and I think he's on to day 9 or 8. I think I got to have a look, but I'll share it with you after, boss.
Yep.
But
No,
bro,
no.
he
Drop
gets
that
into
vid. Drop that vid.
yeah. But he goes into detail about what happened, his treatment, and the mental health around that. Man, it's crazy. It's amazing how someone can go through all that and still come out of it a better man. But he's gone through a lot. But sorry, just moving forward. I've got a video to play, and apologies. But before we play it, it's a video of a kid
Being disciplined.
at school, I think. A young kid, looks to be like 5 or 6. Happened in America somewhere, and I've got a short clip, but yeah, let's play it.
Right here, let me show you how. This is serious. You see, finally you understand what's going on. Wait, hold on. Put your butt out. Out.
No, put your hands down.
No.
Now don't do it again. And sit down. Sit down. You better tell your mama sorry, and you better not treat her like that either.
Is this gonna happen again?
No.
Never. You're gonna be good at home? Are you gonna respect your mom?
Because I'm gonna tell you what. If your mom wants to come up to the school and spank you, and we can watch, that's gonna happen. Do you understand me? You better start treating your mom right. And you better start behaving and taking care of the stuff. You don't keep messing up things. So disappointed in you.
Next time you come to the office, this is gonna happen again. Every time you come to the office, you understand that? You wanna come back to the office again? Because you come very often. You wanna keep coming to the office? You're gonna come back?
You're gonna come back to the office? No, I better not see you back up here, because it's gonna.
So yeah, sorry guys, that it was pretty distressing if you did watch that. Bro, what's your guys' thoughts?
That's the first time I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was circulating a couple of months back, I think, a month. And just from the video itself, it seems as though the mother's filming it. So the mother's there, watching her kid getting spanked, and I think the lady that was spanking the kid was the principal.
Wow.
That's just going off information that I've read.
Well, a quick question to you is like Lance, like how do you feel after watching that? What are your feelings about that video? So how do you feel about the whole what's going on in that video? Or just sitting there right now, how you feel? Like,
Oh man, I don't smack my kids, so like if I saw someone else touching my kid, I'll probably lose my shit. And the fact that the mom was filming it, that's even worse. But you know, I can't really, like, there's a piece of me that like doesn't want to comment on it because, like, you know, I don't know the situation. But any situation,
yeah.
No teacher or principal should be smacking any kid.
Yeah.
Because that was a pretty tough watch.
Yeah, that's the same with me, man. When I first watched it, and I knew I had to share it, but I didn't want to share it like through my personal page, bro. Like it breaks my heart because you see, it might like to me. I'm looking at it as though my kid's getting smacked, and you feel like you want to go through the screen and fucking stab the lady, stop the lady from doing that sort of shit. That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the situation itself, it could be anything. Like like you said, we can't comment on it. But just going off the video and it's you could
But for
you
me,
could
the
say
school. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, sis. Now, what I was going to say was like, it's similar to the conversation that we had about the cops, right? Like the cops should be there to protect us, similar to teachers and school, right? School is about learning. So like now this kid is going to associate school with like discipline, like hard discipline. If I stuff up or if I say something wrong, and then that potentially might interfere with their learning capability. Right, they might be too scared to say something now, or raise their hand, or ask a quick. Yeah, exactly, because they're now scared that they might go to the office and be disciplined. So, oh man, that was tough.
I think there's so many ways that video could have gone. Like we need to watch it and you think and you listen, because the most important part is listening. Because of like for me, it's like what's actually happening, why is it happening? Because it's a question in my mind. Like from what she's saying, it's like it sounds like that's just a really naughty fucking little kid, and the parents have not done their job at home to discipline or
100%.
teach them like to respect and do the basic things that kids they should be doing at that age. Not being a little shit, should be like quite respectful and learning how to be a good person. That video, the physical part of the video, which like the spanking and all that, I'm with Terry on that one, man. It's like it's hard to watch.
Yeah, man.
But then if you're old school where you grew up, and that's what you fucking get, It's like, you wouldn't see nothing wrong with that.
If you draw it back to when we're younger, that's nothing.
Like,
but now because everything's
memories.
Yeah, everything's on the media, like social media. It's exposing a lot of people. But in this situation, I feel as though, like you said, Lance, bro, like no one should be touching your kids, even if you're trying to discipline them. It could be an asshole kid, could not be listening. But now you're resorting to teachers that's meant to be teaching your kid, but now they're teaching to give this kid a hiding. Now he's not going to want to come back to school, or he could associate this school with every other school, and now he's turn into something.
It's just going to be a beating every day type of thing.
Yeah. So if that's the environment that they come from.
Yeah, I put it down to the parents, bro. Like I would put it down to the parents, because everything starts at home. Everything starts when they're a baby and they're learning how to fucking, be a good kid, learning how, what's wrong, what's right, learning what you should be doing, what's expected of you and all that. So if that's not happening at home in the right way, in the right channels, what do you expect the kid to do when he goes out in the public or goes to school? Making a mess like that lady said, being a little shit at school. Do you expect someone else to discipline your kids? Because this is what you're going to get, type of thing, And you're not going to sit there comfortably. You're going to be like, shit, that's my kid getting hiding. Fuck,
I just wonder what she's feeling.
Yeah, well, she's probably had enough.
What's the kick she's getting,
But then you imagine what it's like at home for this kid. Yeah.
I mean, she's the one that it looks like she's put the kid there, because the principal said, "Oh, we're going to bring you back if this happens again," So who knows?
Also, but what? Like, how sick are you to film that shit?
That's probably the worst part of it.
Yeah,
is fucking having that reminder, because I mean, the kid's gonna have that shit embedded in his brain now. Like, there's no way it's gonna
the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's gonna make or break him.
Hey, here we go.
Mr. Hudson.
Wow, I don't
I was training.
My beard's catching up, boss. Just started to grey out the front here.
Oh, still in your baby stages.
Did you catch that video,
Are
Bobby?
you?
No, I just got home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just talking about this video about this
We'll send it
kid
to you.
getting
We'll send it
spanked.
to you permanently.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Welcome,
man.
Moose.
Good to
Welcome back, man. Long time no see.
Oh no, I know it's been too long, man. You know, it's always a blessing to see your fellas' beautiful faces.
Oh, we. That's too nice to say. Say
Are you
something
okay,
else.
or what's going on?
No. Oh,
How's
man.
your day been, Moose?
It's been good. Just full on at work at the moment, but everything else has been good. Yeah. How about you guys?
Did you actually go training last week?
Yeah, I did actually.
The link was
I
waiting
did,
for you, bro.
I did. Now, when after that podcast, my wife was just saying I should have jumped on, because I know there were a few other questions that a lot of people were thinking about, but never had the chance to ask it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
awesome, man.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I just said, yeah.
No, go ahead, Bobby.
So I just said to her, maybe on the next one, I'll jump on and answer all those questions that some of those people are wanting to ask.
Yeah, good call. If you're on the chat, check in the questions for Bobby and for their business as well. Good timing, Bobby. So we got in touch with Sana during the week.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to help support your guys' business, but also help promote our channel. So what we talked about was we're now giving away a voucher for one of our listeners or watchers to come through and come through and come support Husk and Stone. So we've got a voucher, I think, for an hour and a half treatment. With you guys.
Me.
Nice. Thank you.
All good, man. That's the least we could do for your guys' time last week. So we really appreciate it.
I can play that those slow jam songs if they need it, you know.
Oh, we.
Yeah. And you can fuck out any of them as well.
I'm gonna ask my also Muffy to do me a playlist, you know.
We might even attach a playlist with that winning ticket or whoever it is that wins it. So
Yeah.
Ooh. So yes, stay tuned. Like the boss said, there's a voucher coming. We'll be sending out
up for grabs.
instructions later on as to how you can win this hour and a half. Again, if you don't know what the voucher is for, last week we had a chat with Sana and her amazing work she does for our community and for your mental health and everything, your body, everything, your body, bro. The best thing to do is go through the system because as you can see, Bobby looks healthy because he used the free massage, eh?
Yeah, he's the lucky guy that gets it free every day.
I know this is PG.
That's standard
That's
podcast.
a PG podcast, you know.
So I was talking about Husk and Stone.
Let me tell you what I'm right now.
Hey, Huskers, that's all my wife. But if you want those other fours, Swanky has all the address, and Muffy and they got the Google Maps on lock, and my also Lance is an Uber driver, so you guys are...
Oh man, my lord.
How's work goes? Did you work this week, Bobby? Sorry.
Yeah. Just on the morning shift at the moment. It's been good. Just been full on. whole lot of new patients coming through, and seeing a lot of them move on, which is good for us.
What do you do, Bobby?
So I work in mental health.
Oh,
I
wow.
work at Mason Clinic out in Point Shep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah,
So how do you?
I'm checking myself in there later.
All right, that must be pretty draining on the brain for you as well, Bobby. Like, what are the things that you do to, like, apart from the husk and stone stuff? What do you do to relax and reset yourself as well?
Yeah, it's always good to catch up with the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to get away and just I don't know, just pretty much your own me time, really.
Yeah.
Find something that you like doing. Just going out for walks, or jumping on the field with your boys and having a game of touch, a game of tag.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, or hit the gym. Yeah, just to take your mind off things.
Yeah, nice one.
And do you go taking your Mina's bike out for rides? Does that help with mental? No, I'm serious. Because can I come for a ride? Can I sit at the back of you? No, because I know. Just back in the days, I had a bike too. It was a shitty ass bike, but just having the freedom to get out and ride and get in the road and doing the speed limit.
Yeah.
And it's a good feeling to get out there by yourself and go for a long ride.
Yeah. It's always good to get in the one day, just get lost, and just end up in somewhere and just you don't even know where you are, and then you're just buying a feed and talking with some locals and just carry on and come across some other group of brothers and sisters that are riding, and you just join them and just make a lot of new friends on the way.
Oh man, Farah, that sounds mean, eh?
That's pretty mean, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's good that my wife is listening to this, so we can get a bike.
Push bike, so get your push bike over.
That's a straight no for me.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't seen you since we were like 21, 22 back at Rewa Rugby Club, Bobby.
I know. So I know it's been too long, man.
Way too long.
It's been too long. Not when we used to always. I don't know how we did it. It was like always on schedule. Eh? Every time I would come out of John Walker Drive and Rewa and your fella's school bus would always come down Weymouth Road. I don't know what it was, man. Our timing, that timing was always on point.
Yeah, that was the worst, man. We were so naughty. Eh?
I doubt. But hey, you guys were a part of co-ed school, so I'll be angry too,
Okay.
That
was Muffy's. That was Muffy's school. Not my school. That was after we
left. I
left
love my LaSalle brothers. I love them.
Oh, had to drop it.
I'm sure all the brothers that are watching now, they're going, I'm going to get that Bobby. I'm going to beat him up now.
Oh man. So what are hey Bobby, in your line of work, what do you what are some of the tools and techniques that you use at work to try and help your fellow people that come through, that we could potentially use ourselves to to help us out with any mental stress that we go through?
Oh well, it's just time, really. Just giving them your time. just listening to them. That's pretty much what they want. It's just someone to listen to them, even though they've done some really bad things in their lives. But it's just they're still human, you know. All they want to do is just vent, and they just want to vent about what's happening, and our job is just to we do what we have to do, but at the same time, you know, just listen to them, and then it's our job to try and facilitate what they're asking for, and once the day's over, we try and leave that all at work because I don't want to bring that home. You know?
Can only imagine, eh?
Yeah.
Can only imagine us because having to deal with, it's professional in their job. You now have to come home and unwind. You know, like Lance said, you now have to turn off this your body or your mental, and then deal with the family. Is it now that you've been in this role for a while? Does it get easier, or every day is different?
Every day is different, to be honest. Yeah, not every day is the same. And there are times where I tend to forget that I'm home. Like I still think about what's happened at work, and and I take it out on just family members. Then they just kind of remind me, hey, you're at home, you're not at work.
I remember doing the same thing, because I was a prison screw for 2 years. And we had heaps of your dudes there, before they came to you guys, or we'd send them from us to you guys. And it was like that question you asked, where like it's exactly what Bobby just said. You gotta leave it at work. And like when he says things like that, you don't realize how much like you as a person influence these guys at work. Even just the way that you talk to them and the way you talk to your co-workers, they look at you, they're always watching. And then like there's things like where small things where they didn't realize how much we are important or how much they need us at work. As a screw, and this is going to sound funny to you guys, but toilet paper, having a roll of toilet paper or a box of roll of toilet papers is like fucking gold, bro. And these guys need you because you got toilet paper. And you're like, you can't go home and these guys have not got toilet paper, type of thing. These guys will nag you for a roll of toilet paper until they get it, or they'll just keep calling out. And to us, we'll laugh because it's just toilet paper. To them, they need it, They so badly need it for whatever the fuck they're doing with it. I don't know. Oh, I do know, but But I mean, I think just on the scale of like,
is it like
well, there's no shuttles in your locked
or
up.
They just don't have. They don't have
It's a
access
privilege.
to getting more roles.
And if you're a double, if you're a cell with two people inside it, that's 2 asses to wipe now.
Worse. Yeah.
And you only get so much. You only get like a roll a week type of thing, And then the rest you got to borrow off your mates or whatever, or call on the screws to grab it for you. So, like the whole mental thing is like fucking totally opposite of what we do on the outside. It's like there's so much more. The freedom is there for us. Where then
your life is in someone else's hand. In regards to like the hygiene.
So things as small as going home for me, when I was a screw, I would like go home and I'd feel so bad that I didn't give that dude that was calling out a roll of toilet paper for that night. And that'll fuck me over the whole night until I went back to work the next morning. Because the minute you open the door, what's he gonna say to you? Bro, I asked you for toilet paper, you didn't give me one. Fuck you.
Did you give him 2 toilet papers or?
Nah, because the minute you bring it out, everyone else asks for one. So the idea is like, how do you just, it can fuck you up. Like Bobby said, like you can forget, like, and all you're meant to do is just help these guys. They're like, you're not there to judge them. You're just there to help them. Basically, unlock them, lock them up, give them what they need, and the one thing that we always kind of forget is to treat them like normal humans, because regardless of them being criminals or whatever they've done in the past, that's not your job to judge them, or they've already been judged. So yeah, no, I know exactly what Bobby means there. Like when you kind of forget and you take shit home, or you just forgot to leave it, at work, So no, yeah, glad I'm not there anymore.
You're just getting sore neck, a sore neck and shoulder like Terry. He turns his head.
Tell him, Bobby.
And plus, like
I'm focused.
I'm
focused.
And like with the Uso Mafia, like in like the jobs that Mafia used to do, and what I'm in now, I think, and a lot of the other Usos that are in there, and the sisters, like I think, just growing up, and how we used to always go out, be gutters on the street, and we've hung out with, people that are good at what they do, and we've kind of picked up on it. And when we talk to them, they understand. They understand what we're saying, and we kind of understand what they're saying. But you've got other guys that have been just books, always in the books, and they try and follow that, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work for them. And then they're like questioning, how come they're talking to you, and when we talk to them, they don't want to talk to us? I guess, it's just the approach, you just gotta really understand, you just gotta look at them like, okay, if he's filling up, then we gotta try and keep him there. Let's not bring him down, because if he comes down, then we're all in trouble.
Makes your job harder.
Then you've got all the big brothers, we better take him down.
For real, it's like a mental game of this crazy, Bob. Like a mental game is like, Terry, how we were driving all day, you're like alert. Your height of alert is quite high, bro. When you're working in the prisoners or where Bobby is, these guys, like, they're dangerous. But like, it's small things, like if somebody walks this way, like behind you, while you're talking to this dude, someone else, you got to make sure he's walking out that way.
Sure.
And he's not standing behind you, lining you up like with a massive king head behind you. Those like little thoughts, so you're like, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, your brain's telling you there's a guy walking behind you. Make sure he exits out that way as well, because you never know what could happen. I mean, at the same time, what Bobby explained was, for me, it was like, the reason why it was easy for guys like us is because we can relate. Like, we grew up on the fucking same streets of South Auckland with these guys. We know the guy that knows the guy that knows that guy, or his cousin is my mate's cousin, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's a connection. Whether you like to admit it or not, there's always going to be some kind of connection, whether it's from the streets, whether it's, just knowing certain people, and hanging out or going to school. Even just like going, bro, what school did you go to? Next thing, bro, it's like, oh, your school.
You start connecting the dots.
You're joking, you're laughing, and then you kind of like judge him. You're like, oh, nah, sweet, I know what kind of person he is now. Like, he's all good, or now those guys are, he's got a chip on his shoulder, or that's probably why they love.
You can kind of get the vibe.
Like, those jobs and stuff like that, because we're a really good judge of characters when it comes to our own.
You know how to read them. Yeah,
because that's what it's all about. Us, you got to be able to. That's your wits. That's what we grew up. That's our fucking specialty is, and they're our own people that we're looking after. So, who else better? Like,
yeah.
And what do your jobs do to help support your safety and your health? All of that type of stuff. Do they provide well-being type support for you guys in those jobs? Because those jobs that you guys do are pretty high stress, high strung jobs, and you guys are always on edge, like you say. And so your awareness has to be heightened all the time, and that that makes your body tense up as well. So do your work, do your jobs provide with some sort of day off or any type of support packages for you guys as well?
We do. We've got a lot of support for staff, in
Cool.
situations like that, the ones that have been like assaulted or they're feeling the stress from work. We do have programs for staff. They really look after us. But some of us are so stubborn that we just brush it off, and then
Yeah.
come the next day. But really, once we're behind closed doors, we could feel that we were just, I don't know, just in their mindset of always remember our whys, why I'm doing this, why I wake up in the morning, go to work, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But with my patients, I don't know, I'll probably get in trouble for this. I don't care. I just fart belly them for chocolate,
Yeah.
Go, see, I'll give you a chocolate if you shut your mouth and go to bed.
Yeah. And,
Stop causing havoc in the unit. I'll just give you a chocolate.
And his
Get
ears,
lost.
chocolate in his bed.
far out. Well, but that's again, like you can't teach that, or you can't learn that from books. You've learned all of these little
100%.
techniques because you know how to connect, you know how to read the room, you know how to read the situation, and like a book can't tell you every single type of situation that is going to come across you in your guys' type of jobs.
Those are guidelines, bro. Like straight up. Like you do a whole course before you start the prison system thingy, and it's just it's like a crash course, but it's all and they kind of like in that course they judge where they'll put you, where you end up working, whether you're in the shit units, the hard units, or so it's kind of like they teach you all the same thing, but then at the same time they're watching you what your strengths are as per person. And then they kind of like, oh yeah, sweet, this guy's good. He'll be good in here. He'll be able to handle the worst of the worst shit, Kind of like where I ended up. Was
So
in the worst shit. I hated that shit, also, but bro,
because you
gotta put an EQ in
if you
there,
see someone like as big as Bobby, you put him in the worst of the worst to deal with it, because your size, the size matters, eh?
In my unit,
And if
in my wing, I was the smallest. All the other officers were like twice my size, big tongue and all sorts, like big boys, eh?
Yeah.
And like for me, it was like fuck, it's even harder. Like I gotta like fuck, try and muscle up with these boys, and they're massive, bro. They'll throw a dude, eh? Like easily.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, but what I got us, I got the mouth.
That's why you got the big arms now.
So like, I got my de-escalation is on lock, and
That's why his fucker is so massive.
That's why your traps. That's why your traps are massive.
Good old Vin Diesel traps.
But even that was a mental game, eh? It's like fuck, it's just the whole thing is mental. Like you're not like people think you have to be a tough dude to work in the prison or handle people, but nah, that's you're not at the clubs, or you're not security at the front door, eh? It's different. It's different in there, eh? It's up here and here.
Those guys got all the time in the world. Yeah, those guys got all the time in the world.
Yeah, because you're gonna go back to them anyway, yeah. You'll go back to them the next day, so you gotta build that friendship or that, because the environment you have to treat as though you're gonna be there forever, and they're not gonna move, obviously, because if they do move, they're moving into another wing, but you kind of have
and you can't treat him like shit, because the next morning you're opening his door again. So what do you expect? Like he's gonna...
Hey, good morning.
You guys alright?
Good morning, brother.
Yeah.
Good morning, brother.
Also, did you watch that TV freaking last night?
I was joking. I was joking yesterday. But
Yeah. Nah, that's when you just get fucking, king hit us. Some of those just get bang us, like, bah.
And does that happen? Does it happen a lot within with you guys, Bobby? Like people getting assaulted a lot, or patients having altercations?
Nah, not a lot. Like if you know your patients really well, and you'll know their mood swings, and then once you see it, you just jump on it straight away before it gets even worse.
Mm.
You know, like as soon as you see them like pacing around the unit when they never used to, you know straight away, oh, something's up with them. So you just take them into a room, sit them down, and just talk to them and just ask them, oh, what went wrong today, like with your routine? And then he'll tell you, like that person will tell you, oh, so and so, you know, said something to me, you know, they're like, oh, look, hey, let's just move on from there, and I'll go talk to that person and see if we can come together, and you guys can just have a talk and just sort it out.
Nice.
Would that be the same with you, Muffy?
Bro,
When you,
it was like,
how do you de-escalate, like knowing that these people you're going to see again?
like first, I think first off,
Go back to this.
first off, I got to the point where I was so good at feeling the air in the fucking in the wing, where you'd walk in the morning. So, just to paint a picture, 60 prisoners, 3 officers. All right, that's how it is. Like if they wanted to take you out, easy, done. No, not even no questions asked. And these are the worst prisoners, you know, that if you're tough ones, you know, all the gangs, you know. So you got to the point where you really, if you weren't like the muscly dude to like physically scare someone, you're the guy with the wits also, and you knew you could smell it in the air. So you'd walk in the wing before you even unlocked. While you unlocked, you're like checking, you're looking, and then you're just something's just not right, eh? Something's just not right. Sure enough, bro. You know, because they do like diversions where they'll come talk to you just to distract you, or they're scrapping in the corners, like in the corner of the room.
True.
Or they'll be walking around. Next minute, which goes from 2 walking around to 1, because the other 2 are scrapping in the other corner, like type of thing. So you kind of like get your wits kind of like just they get to that stage where they're so high that you can just smell it in the air. And that's the thing what Bobby was saying, like you kind of it's like being a bouncer, bro. Like, oh, the guys had too much to drink, take him out now before something happens. So you kind of like learn to like step in to prevent it. I mean, obviously, when it's too late, you cut it in. But yeah, you get so good at like fucking picking out things that are about to kick off, eh? And then you just do the whole de-escalation thing, which is like talk to them, try and just change the mood, eh? Because the mood could just go from one to another, and it's just it could change a whole lot of things. The dynamic of like, oh, bro, I've seen so many things, eh? Like, and just change like that just because you've spoken to the right person, or you've gone to see the right dude about fixing a certain issue, you know.
So similar question for you then, Muffy, that I asked Bobby is like, Bobby said he goes for rides and catches up with the boys and stuff like that to help reset and relax or before the next shift or whatever the case may be. What did you used to do when you were working in that environment?
Bro, what I used to do is what I still do now is for like time out. I got me one of these.
PlayStation. Yeah.
This is fucking, you know, it's come a long way these days. Mentally, you used to be able to pause a game over the years, and do what your mum said to do. These days, it's all live and online. So you're not playing by yourself these days. You're actually talking to your mates live. So it's like me, like us 4 right now on the phone, but we're on like headsets. Yeah. And we'll play the game together in your own space, in your pajamas, in your undies, or whatever you want to wear. And you're just talking shit, shooting the breeze, asking what we're doing now. Like, how was your day? Was like, what did you work today? It's just unwinding, the whole unwinding thing, like the talking, the joking, the mocking, you know?
Yeah.
It's like meeting up with your mates without meeting up with your mates.
Right.
Saving money. You're not even spending money because you're not going out. You're not going to get in trouble for your missus because you're out, because you've lost track of time. You might get in trouble for your missus because you're sitting on the fucking game for 2, 5, 6. I can easily
not doing the fair hours.
At least get over the door and I'm home, mate. Like, you know, I haven't got 6 phones or 2 phones, you know, type of thing. But my whole
phones.
This is my mentals. Like this is what.
What do you mean by 6 phones? What does that mean?
Yeah,
That's
I've never known someone to
I
have
don't know
one.
what that means.
I've only had one phone.
Oh, sorry. Do you text with your feet or?
I text when I drive my trainers.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But yeah, no. On a serious real, this has been a really bro, amongst other things, but this is honestly my escape. It's just
You can probably say that about a lot of polyboys, using that sort of medium to chill out and relax as well. Because it's a one space where, you're right. We can just have a jam and and joke around, and then while you're doing that, play games and stuff like that. So it's awesome. I'm still on PS3, man. So
I mean,
we don't.
I think these days only because it's come a long way. It's come a long way. We can like
someone,
talk to your
do you guys do loans? Can you loan out your PS?
Can someone sponsor me for a
That's the next
PS5?
giveaway. That's the next giveaway. We're just gonna ask our boss first. It's the next giveaway.
It's a send in. Can you send in?
Hey, I got a PlayStation 5.
Donations, eh? Any
There's
donations for a PS4?
Everybody's got their own, like, Bobby's got free massages at home.
No, man. This guy's lucky, eh?
Lance is never home. Every weekend he's gone out somewhere taking pictures of the water somewhere.
Oh, no, man. The
Flash
photography of this man. The photography of this man.
It just looks expensive. It's not expensive, boys. You just find a fancy tree and sit underneath the tree, take a photo. Yeah.
Hey, that'll be a good podcast for Lance to run next to on doing things and taking a family out to places that you think is expensive but isn't. That's affordable. That's good for your family.
Yes.
For their mental.
Good.
Right?
100%. That'll be a great one.
That'll be good.
Mr. Boss Man, he's gonna put that together for us.
Man, I started coming on this podcast only once, and now.
Can I get a fuel voucher?
I'm pretty sure I was just supposed to be a guest once, and now all of us. These guys got me. These guys got me good, man. These guys got me.
Move from guest to top of the chain. Top of the chain.
You'll need
to. The next step we'll probably get a mic like Teddy's and Muffy's and Swanky's one with the neon lights behind you. So.
Neon light.
Well, he's already got it. He's just gotta pick it up. That's it.
But actually, Muffy, what I'll do is, I'll think about how I can help educate and like just show people, how to travel around the country or just like getaways that are free because man, I'm a big believer in I tell my family members all the time, like one of the best things you can do is just get in the car and just drive. And like it's not even about expensive hotel, just book the cheapest room that you can find because all you need is a bed to sleep in with the kids, and then the rest of the day you're out exploring and creating experiences. And that's one of the things that we teach our kids is create experiences over stuff, so that our kids don't grow up materialistic. So we teach them about showing them different places and different activities. And so like we go op shopping when we're away. So that's one of the things that we do is find the local op shop and see if there's anything. Man, you find some fancy ass jackets and stuff like that. That's my jam.
I totally believe you on that one also. Like like the op shop just here in Pointe where we get stuff for our mutties and that. Man, we'll come across some really good stuff, like and I'm like, oh man, this I never knew op shops were that great,
Just the other day when I went to Whitianga just last week, we went into the op shop and we found us an expensive swan dry jacket. So it's like those little things, like you save money and you're recycling as well, and but it's more we didn't do that as kids. We didn't have the opportunity of our parents. Imagine if I told our parents, "Oh, we should go for a cruise," they'll be like, "Yeah, we'll go for a cruise down to Osara and then we'll come back."
Okay, see your auntie and get the money, drop the money off and come back.
Yeah, that's it.
And how do the kids feel when they're like, oh look, we're gonna go away for the weekend? Do they look forward to that sort of stuff, or do they? Because man, in their photos, bro, they look happy as going to places and enjoying it. And it's credit to you and the missus, but definitely, bro, you'll definitely have something or your own segment on sharing tips on how to get to places. Right, it'll be the best, and I'll be. And we didn't ask him.
So checking me again. Yeah. I'm supposed to be here one time.
You're fully booked.
First of all, he's giving away vouchers, and then they joined our. He's the boss, and now he's doing his own segment. The man's taking over.
I just keep getting ball and told for this stuff.
But isn't that the beauty of it? Like,
it's called expanding.
Man, this is what you call, koe whanga kako kako.
Straight up, but it's like, the kids, what the kids want to do? All they want to do is just play at the playground. They don't care about the fancy rides or all of these amusement parks. Our kids are just keen to just find the local playground and just go for swings and play around in the local playground, man. Far out. So it's those type of things. But yeah, if you want me to do a segment, that'll cost your PS5.
Shut Muffy.
Shut Muffy.
You can borrow it for
Shop boys. Shop boys.
Shop boys.
Before we end our episode 14, we'll go around the circle and just advice. Could be anything again. You guys already know, but I'll start off this time. Just a big thank you again. Sorry to last week's guest, Sana, and also Bobby for not turning up. Now he's here. He's now he's here, and thank you, Bobby, for coming through. If you've been a part of the being a part of our podcast from last year, he's always there from the beginning, so it's always good to see those. Thank you. But I guess something to take away is from today's podcast is just wake up. When you wake up, you'll be positive. Start your day off on a positive note by being positive. If it's just just saying good things about yourself or being about good things. I'm always do that. I try that because morning shifts are always a struggle for me waking up. So I got to be positive. So I know that I've set the day up on a high. So yeah, be positive, guys.
Seki. Nice days.
I'll go next because I'll bounce off Terry's. And it was we kind of mentioned. I think we mentioned it before you guys jumped on, and it was my one was like Terry's one was be positive in the morning. For me, it was make your bed. When you wake up, make your bed. You've accomplished that one, and the first thing for that day, and that will hopefully roll on to the rest of the day. So yeah, nice and simple. Don't leave the underwear in the bed, Bobby. Take the underwear out and make the bed.
That's good.
Yeah, Bobby, you ever see Bobby?
Yeah, don't be like Muffy and leave your dirty undies. Nah, just to bounce off what the other usos are saying. Always speak life into your family, kids, yourself. Always be positive. Of course, you'll come across negative stuff, but it's up to you on how you come out of it. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to speak out. Reach out to your brothers, your sisters, your families, or like to someone that you really trust. It's always good to talk, speak out, and don't bottle it in because it always blows up, and and then you're stuck. So yeah, that's just me. You know, all about the love.
Nice,
Thank you,
Ross.
Bobby. Oh, that was awesome.
Shout out.
And Bobby, just before we let you go, you know, if you want your own segment as well, just you know,
On how to
This is-
ride a
this is how-
motorbike, Tilly.
Bobby, this is how I started. I started just turning up once, and then all of a sudden now I'm going to give my own segment. It's good to see you, man. For me, it's you know, when we spoke tonight, everybody has a different way of resetting themselves. So I think it's important for everyone to just find what works for themselves. Just because it works for me, the traveling part or whatever I do might not work for anybody else. So you just got to find whatever it is that helps you reset, helps you relax, and gives you that that safe space to be able to you know, look after yourselves mentally as well. So yeah, that's us. Thanks, Bobby, for coming on.
Thank yous, man.
Thanks, boss.
Thank yous.
So this is For the Boys podcast. Thank you, guys. I'm Tizza. You got Mafioso, Lance, Bobby. Thanks, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you.